Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It is your girl here, the Venusian Bull, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I am going to be talking about Mercury in the third house. So this will be really exciting because Mercury is at home in the third house. The third house is akin to Gemini. Oh, I did forget to mention Moon in the third house is similar to having Moon in Gemini. Okay, so Mercury in the third house is similar to having Mercury in Gemini, so it's like right at home, right? With a little, maybe a little Virgo flare in there, just a tad bit. So once again, the third house has to deal with communication, short distance travel, early childhood education, your siblings, it has to deal with the media, and, you know, communications of all kinds and all of that good stuff, okay? So Mercury in the third house is really a great placement for being a teacher. I know I feel like I say this about every house, but Mercury in the third house is a really great placement for being a teacher because you just know how to kind of communicate with all different types of people. And Mercury is good at adapting, so you can kind of adapt to different types of people, especially children, because that house has to deal with children, particularly early childhood education, you know, K through 12. And I would actually say like K through 6 would be like good grades for a Mercury in the third house person to teach. Great in terms of the media, very savvy with that, always on social media, once again, communicating their ideas and their thoughts and how they, you know, process things, probably have a blog somewhere, definitely loves to read, have a strong sense to connect with people on an intellectual level. This is not somebody who's just like kind of comfortable with just, you know, surface level. It can be, Mercury can be kind of surface level, but this is somebody who's it's kind of an oxymoron because they're really good at striking up conversations with anybody and small talk, but they can go the extra mile because, like I said, again, Gemini always has this know a lot of things about a lot of different subjects, not an expert on any type of thing, but this just enables you to be able to talk to anybody about anything. So this is a very talkative person. This is a yap type of person. You may not even be able to get them to shut up. As a kid growing up, they may have gotten in trouble, you know, with their mouth because they talk too much, may have had to have their mouth washed out with soap type of thing or whatever. You probably have a really close relationship with your siblings. You know, y'all get along and y'all like real tight and stuff like that. You may even be a twin or have like twin cousins or something like that because Mercury rules Gemini and Gemini is the twins. You know what I'm saying? So you may be a twin or may have twins in your family, or you like grew up having friends that were twins, you know, in your early upbringing and stuff like that. This is also somebody just like the sun in the third house, a great rapper, like a great wordsmith. You slick with the words, you clever with the words, you can come up with a rhyme on a dime type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of whack, but you know, whatever. That was like my Mercury and Gemini trying to keep creeping. But yeah, like Mercury in the third house is just very clever with the way that they speak, with the way that they come across, you know. I'm always like really fascinated with the way that people like utilize their words and sound so eloquent and like have this notion of just making so much sense and things like that. And I know I'd be like, they got heavy Mercury energy. They might even have Mercury in the third house because this just makes too much sense. They just too logical. You know what I'm saying? And, everything can be reasoned. You know, this is not an emotional placement. Everything has a question. The sky ain't blue. It's bluish, purplish, grayish, blackish, whatever. So there's always the question of why for everything. Actually, who, what, when, where, and why. So this is the very talkative child. This child was probably talking like when they was 6 months old or a year old. Like this child, like this is not the type of child that you want to be cursing around or say the wrong thing because they will repeat it. Okay. Just know that. you know, Mercury in the third house likes to take in information. So, you know, they kind of may not be able to hold water. So they're probably not the best person to like tell your secrets, because they're going to be like the gossipers and things like that. And then just like unconsciously, just because they just love to talk, you know what I'm saying? So just definitely be mindful of that, because Mercury can't even help themselves, and they're just quick. They're quick about doing everything. They're quick about reading. They was the quick reader. They was the quick reader when they was in school. Like, they were like, I'm done, I done read the whole page, and you got the other kids still like on the third sentence of the paragraph and stuff like that. Like, dang, you slow, you know? So Mercury, they don't waste no time. They're quick witted and quick at doing things. They also love to drive as well. Just be careful of the car accidents, especially if there's like a Mercury retrograde transiting your third house for any of the signs, but especially if you already got Mercury there, just be mindful of that Mercury retrograde. And especially if it comes to signing, you know, any contracts or anything media based, or ways that you can communicate, your computer, your phone, or anything, you know, check your wallet, check your kids, check your, like, check everything, because you never know. But yeah, Mercury in the third house, a lot of fun energy, a lot of talkative energy. So if you don't like to talk, don't talk to somebody with Mercury in Gemini, because they'll talk your head off. All right, Mercury in the third house, rather. All right, so until next time, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Watch my other videos, and I will see you in the next one.